Hey guys, what's up? It's Air Ninja here. Hope y'all are doing well and having a nice day. This is my first time doing like a more longer form video, but I thought I would give it a try. And just kind of wanted to maybe post a little story time about kind of what's been going on in my life lately. Maybe something that can be encouraging for myself and others. But man, life has just been hard for me this year, man.
Woo! I'm going through it, bitch. I'm losing my motherfucking medulla.
I'm kind of in that space right now where you just keep hoping that things will get better, things will improve, and I just don't feel like I'm just feeling really struggling right now to feel positive. But essentially, I kind of to give you guys a little bit of background about kind of me and everything is that I had moved here last year from California, which was a very hard thing to do. I did not want to leave California. I was really wanting to stay there, and kind of what ended up happening last year is I was living on my own. My sister was living in another city, and most of my mom's family is there, but all my parents had separated and were living in different states. So I was living by myself, was working as a manager at the time, living with a roommate in an apartment complex, and then my roommate ended up telling me in March that she wasn't going to be able to keep paying the rent because she was paying more than me because she made a higher income, and just because she has a lot of personal things going on in her life. And so I ended up moving in with my boyfriend at the time, even though we were broken up.
And
Actually, at the time, that's a story time for another time. But essentially, moved in with him, and then kind of was just working, and then all of a sudden ended up getting fired just for I had a car that I had bought that was used, and long story short, it ended up breaking down. It was literally my first week on the job, and the job was in another town, so I couldn't make it, so I ended up getting written up. So that was really crappy, and so I pretty much was, and I too. So anyways, I was living with him and trying to find a job, trying to save, money, try to figure things out. I ended up having to, at the time of that, I was also getting another car to commute to the job that I currently had at the time. So I had car payments and other stuff that I had added on. And if you guys know anything with most unemployment, it does not give you enough to live on at all. It really doesn't. And it was super hard, but he was trying to help me find a job with the state. We were I was looking for work anywhere. I was doing Uber and stuff, and at least I had some money coming in, and I had gotten some money because I had gotten some commission while I was working for Xfinity. But I was visiting family here, my dad's family and my mom, who's in Texas, and my dad who lives in Tennessee. And essentially, my boyfriend told me that he got a job with the state, which I couldn't be more happy for him. I was very
I have never, ever been happier.
this kind of all coincides together just of everything that I've been going through emotionally. But I also had a pet cat that I had taken on that was my sister's ex's cat that our family ended up taking in. And then after my parents had gotten divorced and separated and I moved out, I took him with me. But at the time all this was going on, he got really sick. He started having he was not being able to use the bathroom properly. He was pooping on the floor. He started had a fever one night, and he just was not doing well. And so we took him to the emergency hospital several times. Cost so much money. My insurance at the time was useless because it just basically told me there was nothing they were going to be able to help me with. So at that point, I basically I'd reached out to my dad. He had offered to help me come to Tennessee. He knew some people that he could probably help me find a job, could stay with him for a little bit at his apartment and then get a place on my own. But I would have to do that all within a month. So, and then my boyfriend found out that he needed to be in the state in less than a month. So combine that with my cat being sick, trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and then get his apartment and everything settled and stuff was very, very, very hard. That was probably one of the most hardest things I've probably had to go through. Probably the first time was getting let go for the first time. That was really hard. Yeah, so that, and this all happened 7-8 months ago, so not even a year. And I ended up driving here from California, so I ended up doing that. I ended up staying in the apartment 1 month after he moved out, to go back home to work for the state. At the same time, a week after he left, my cat ended up having to be put down because he was only 8. He was going to be 9 in October, but he was a one-eyed tuxedo cat named Pirate. Definitely one of my very, very fluffy best friends. He was my buddy, so that was incredibly hard to do that, and I couldn't afford to have him cremated. So again, my boyfriend, being the most amazing person he is, he helped pay for him to have his we ended up doing the aqua transfer, that's like cremation, but it's more eco-friendly and it's a little cheaper, but it still comes in like a powder and stuff in a little box. And so I ended up doing that, and then basically had to get everything situated. So simultaneously was getting a storage unit set up in Tennessee, trying to get all the facets, trying to figure out when I was going to be able to head up there. And yeah, essentially there were some friends that I had originally was trying to meet up with, because I was trying to see if maybe they could help me find, because originally I was going to think about staying, like, given my identity and situation with my family, but I probably did that for several days, for the several weeks, until I was able to find a job that my dad was able to help me get, and working with the temp agency, washing equipment. But yeah, it was very hard. I was dealing with the loss of my pet and moving away from my boyfriend, which was really, really hard. I would have loved to have gone with him, but he made the decision to stay with his mom so he could save money for a house, and I, realized I couldn't stay with him because his mom wouldn't be supportive of it. I normally don't do long form videos. Anyways, so fast forward to a month out, I was working, saving up money. I needed to get a place because I couldn't stay with my dad for that long, because apartment claims you can't have guests that aren't on leases. Obvious, right? And yeah, after that, I was able to find a place where I'm currently now, renting from a friend of his that was in his divorce care. Very sweet guy, and I really do like where I'm staying. And the job was hard. It was hard going. One, it's always hard getting back into the workforce when you've been unemployed for so long. And then this job was where I was having to get up at like 6 in the morning and wash like construction equipment with a power washer, and I was able to operate some of them. I got taught too, but I actually ended up liking it. It was physically demanding though, and I've already had some back problems, so I think due to the stress and everything I went through in the last year, like my back really was bad. So I'm in the process of trying to get it fixed now, but right now it's just been kind of trying to take it easy. But obviously now we're getting there. I'm new to this, so there's going to be a lot of editing in this. Fast forward to now, I got like her, and that definitely was not the hit that I needed. I'd already been really struggling this year. My mental health has not been the best. I was already being treated several years prior for PTSD, depression, anxiety, and addiction originally, but I've been a couple years sober from that now. But yeah, just kind of dealing with the loneliness, trying to acclimate to a new state, especially a state that isn't very supportive of people like me. And then on top of that, just feeling, isolated, trying to find community, make friends online, which I'm not very good at. I mean, nowadays it's especially hard to try to make friends as an adult, let alone in this day and age when everyone's just kind of focusing on their own lives and not really looking to commune as much. Was currently looking for a church and stuff too, and was saving up money, trying to do a little bit of investing. I also have debt that I've also been trying to pay off as well, which haven't really been able to do because I just haven't been able to get a really good job in the last several years. And it now, because I've only been working for 5 months, like I can't get unemployment in Tennessee. I'm gonna try to see if I can through California, because I was still technically working in California, but what am I gonna do? Like, I literally was several weeks just trying to like get by and just like, we'll find that job. We just gotta stay diligent, stay strong. And now like my motivation is just completely shot to hell. Like I just genuinely don't know what I'm gonna do. And I've been spending hours and hours sending applications. I've had interviews, mostly with the state, which has been nice, I guess. But like everywhere I go, it's just they're like, "Oh yeah, we're hiring. Apply online." I apply online, call, say wait. They say to wait a week, and it's like I just don't have that time. So dealing with that additional stress on top of feeling just overwhelmed, it's a lot. And then just not being able to see my boyfriend. And I mean, he could come and see me, but with how everything is right now, like I don't want him to spend the money when he's already got a lot. And it's not that he doesn't want to come and see, he's so busy. He's got, he's traveling a lot for work, and he's trying to study for an exam that he's trying to finish. So I'm trying to be supportive, but it's just been really hard. We haven't seen each other since he left, which was last year. And I'm sorry if I'm talking low. I'm just kind of in an emotional state right now. Probably will end the video soon. Where you're not struggling. I just don't know if that will happen for me this year. But I'm hoping. I mean, at this point, I'm just trying to find something to just get some money in. And which you wouldn't think would be that hard. But like I said, even just getting a grocery store job is like trying to climb up a hill. Yeah. But I just take it day by day. And I know my heart goes out to all of you who are also in the trenches right now. It's a very hard time to be an adult for sure. Especially if you're single and on your own. But I hope that maybe things will get better. And I will definitely keep you guys updated. But yeah. Hope you guys have a good one.